Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. My name is Moses Tepekolawande from Islam Ministry International. So we are from the Destiny Submit group. Please, can we know you, sir?
Um, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I am Pastor Dr. Ajayi Opeyemi, and I'm by his grace I'm the proprietor of Opeyemi Medical Clinic at Ore.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much, sir. So today we want to seek knowledge about sex. Sex. So we understand that the youth of nowadays, many of them do not even know the meaning of sex. Many of them they don't know some things that surround sex. Please, sir, we want you to tell us what is sex education.
Thank you very much. You are welcome. When we are talking about the issue of sex education, to some extent, is in two parts. We have sex grammatically, that people term to be male and female.
Hmm.
And the second aspect is, I believe, is what you want us mostly to know about. And that is about the population, how male and female meet to produce pregnancy. So that is what we're supposed to be teaching our children mostly.
Hmm.
And this sex education, it's not about the pregnancy alone. It even saves lives and give good health. And this sex education, from my own personal knowledge or experience, some people said the first teacher, the first school of thought is the parents.
Hmm.
We are the parents. That is, we have to start this sex education right from home before the children will get to school.
Hmm.
So, and this sex education, it has so many advantages. One, apart from giving long life and sound health, then it also prevents so many sexual infertilities,
Hmm.
sexual transmitted infections, and it also prevents infertility.
Hmm.
What I mean by infertility is that it prevents delays in pregnancy. Because there are some people, when they get unwanted pregnancy, they may likely want to go and abort it. And this abortion is not all the medical practitioners that knows very well about it.
About how to go about
How
it.
to do the abortion.
Hmm.
At times they call it evacuation. Some will go to quacks who doesn't understand the anatomy and physiology of the uterus.
Hmm.
And by there, they may get problem in the future.
Hmm.
And from what you said, or from your question, this sex education, there are some people that should be informed. There are about 3 or 4 groups of people that should be involved in sex education.
Hmm.
And who are those people? One, like what I said, the parents. The woman, the mother, should know how to talk to the female child in the house, how to handle her life with male counterparts, especially the female, the woman, the mother at home should be able to discuss with her daughter that the moment you start menstruating, you must be very careful with your ways of dealing with boys.
That is any lady that started menstruating now can get pregnant.
You can get pregnant at any time.
Hmm.
Especially in the olden days, it was then that females get to 14, 15, 16 years before they get pregnancy. But because of our nature, this time around, anybody from 12 years and above, or the moment she started menstruating, pregnancy can come at any time.
Sir, thank you, sir. That is, even if a 10-year-old child started menstruating
and she meets with another boy, pregnancy can come. Pregnancy can come.
A 10-year-old child.
It's even common if you go through these social medias, you will see 10 years, 12 years, 14 years old girl that is getting pregnancy this time around. So the woman should be very careful, should take their daughters very serious. Likewise, the man at home, the father, should also take part by calling the son that my son, if you are not ready to marry, if you meet anybody at your teenage period, if you get pregnancy, it may affect your education. From there, both the boy and the girls, they will know how to control themselves. That is why I said the first school of thought is the parents. The second school of thought, before getting to school,
that is the first people that need to educate us about sex.
They are the parents.
The parents.
They are the serious, because there are some parents that they themselves, they are not serious. Imagine a woman who is still alone.
A single mother.
Even 3 mothers, not be single mother. He has 3 children or 4 children at home. And while sitting in the sitting room, she will be in a boxer without brassiere. And she has 3 daughters. What do you expect those 3 daughters to learn from that woman?
That is, in fact, this is so deep. So that is, whatever the parents does at home,
children always copy from them.
It will affect the children, either good or
bad. That is why, to some extent, the Bible, the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6, it said, train your children in a way that is good, so that when they grow up, he will not give you problem. Tọ́ ọmọ rẹ ní ọ̀nà tí yóò tọ́, tó bá dàgbà kò ní fún ọ ní ìyọnu. So you understand? So that's why that the parent has a very strong way to go about the training of the children, both sex and in every way. If you go to the streets today, you will see some ladies. About 2 weeks ago, there was a lady. They nearly stoned her along this my street. She wear just only boxer, and half part of the breast came out, and she walk out. I believe I told my wife that this lady learned this thing from her mother, from the parents. Like my children, the things they did not see from me as a father or from their mother, they cannot go out and say they want to be practicing it. Though there are some children, Yoruba, wọ́n ní tá a bá bí ọmọ gbọ́dọ̀ tún ara rẹ̀ bí. There are some children that parents may be trying their best, but on getting out, they will be doing another thing. So you understand?
Yes.
So part of physical training, another training that the children require from the parents is serious prayer.
Serious prayer.
Serious prayer. We should be putting their mind in prayers. God, take absolute control of the heart of these my children, whether they are with me or they are not with me. So you understand? But there are some parents that they themselves, they don't know the way of God. But as a Christian, we need to show our children the way of God. Part 1. Part 2, another school of thought is church. I wish your program should go viral. I wish it should go viral. In the sense that if church, too, they want to help our youth of nowadays, they should be organizing something like this. Seminars concerning the youth, concerning the way they should mold themselves. Not only we have night vigil today, let us pray for salvation today, let us pray you should pay tithes tomorrow. Everything is not like that. Our children, we have to bring them up through the way they are going to live their future. So you understand? If there is regular workshop like this, seminar, even it may not be all that elaborate like this. If the pastor in the church want to teach, you too, it's you that I want to talk to today. This is the way you're supposed to do. This is the way you're supposed to dress. And this is the way you're supposed to behave when you get to the public. I believe from there, God, the Spirit of God will enter their mind. So you understand?
Yes, sir.
Another school of thought, apart from church, is the real school.
The educational school.
Yes.
So they too, they have a role to play.
Yes, they should incorporate sex education into their syllabus. They should incorporate it into their syllabus. In the olden days, they used to say that, okay, ẹ máa kó àwọn ọmọ níṣekúṣe, ẹ pẹ̀ ń kó wọn níwèé, kí ló ń jẹ́ ẹ má jọra yín, ẹ má bára yín sùn. No, it shouldn't be like that. Let them know the right from the left. This is how, most of these things that we are talking about, majority of the children, apart from home, they learn this thing from school. Because if a friend does something today, tomorrow the second one will like to practicalize it. But through the teaching in the school, you female, you be very careful. You male, be very careful. This thing, in the future, you will enjoy it. You will be tired of it. No, because 5 minutes enjoyment can lead to everlasting sorrow. If you rush it today, you may regret it. Don't rush yourself. If by and large the teachers are telling these students like that, I believe they will cooperate.
So the emphasis now is that the school, the education sector,
yes,
they have their own role to play in sex education.
Because there are some teachers, they are very shy that, okay, how will I be telling GSS 3, don't sex, and don't move closer to the boys or girls. They should erase that one. They should play maturity and have the Spirit of God within themselves. So you understand that don't do this thing for your own benefit. Don't do that for your own benefit. And as a result, because, for instance, something happened about a week ago, getting to a week now, on Sunday. There was a woman, I call her a woman because she has born. So, they are living at the Showboy, Akinjadunla. The woman and the husband, they are no longer together. But the woman is friending another person. She had a child of 9 months. How old is it? She had a child of 9 months. Now, the person that she's friending now waits to her that she wants to have fun with her. The lady said, no, she's not in mood today. She's not in good condition today. The boy said, no, I'm pressed already, or I will do it. And the woman backed the child. Let me say, very unfortunate. The woman pushed the woman to the wall, and the child at her back take the head to knock the wall. And that was the end of the child.
The child died.
Flat. 9 months is in our mortuary here.
Because of sex.
So they now took the man to police station. From there, he's now at SID at April. They charged him for 2 cases: attempt to rape and murder. If at all he has escaped the issue of attempt to rape, what about murder? He's the one that killed the child now. is the one, because he doesn't have the knowledge of one statement. 5 minute enjoyment can lead to everlasting sorrow.
5 minutes enjoyment can lead to everlasting sorrow.
If he had that knowledge, he will not do what he did. Even if it's your personal housewife, married housewife, if he said he doesn't want, why rush? Why rush? So, one, we need this issue of sex education. This our workshop cannot be enough. We need to be doing it regularly, because without sex education, there are some things that are happening to our females this time around. I told you initially, it can cause infertility. This sex education, if the government, if they themselves they go through the syllabus, they will see that we have 4 types of sex education.
4 types of sex education. Okay.
Now, one of them is abstinence, that is completely avoid.
Abstinence.
Then the second one is abstinence plus. Don't go near the man.
Don't go there at all.
Because I was told by one gynecologist, there is a period for a woman, they call it ovulation period. Ovulation period. That is by the time she's ripe for pregnancy. Every woman has that period after the menstruation. Now, during that ovulation period, if that woman and a man, if they meet, and the man did not put penis inside the vagina, but the sperm touch the leg, that woman may likely get pregnancy.
Sorry, sir. That is during this ovulation period, if the man something do not enter the woman something,
if he touch the leg,
if the sperm of the man touches the leg,
yes,
the lap,
the woman may likely get pregnancy.
In fact, I'm hearing this for the first time.
So Google it. It's likely. So that is why they said it abstinence plus. Completely, especially during that your ovulation.
All right, sir. I have a question about this ovulation something. Now, this ovulation, is it different from menstruation? Because we know that women they menstruate every.
It's quite different. Ovulation happens after menstruation.
Okay, after menstruation, ovulation.
And during that menstruation, during that ovulation, that is why a female should be very careful to avoid meeting man at any time. Because during that ovulation, if a woman is very fertile, if you meet a man, that is during the period that pregnancy normally happens. So anytime after that ovulation, pregnancy will not come again. But during the ovulation, if you meet, ovulation will come. So the fourth one is comprehensive sex education that equip the students, like the one that we are discussing now. It will equip the students to know left from right. Don't use drugs, so don't do this one, or avoid
abortion, because this abortion or this kind of a thing, there is something they call STI, sexual transmitted infections, or STD, sexual transmitted diseases. So this thing can cause so many things. At times, those of us that are doing scanning, we call those things at times PID, pelvic inflammatory disease. It always affects the woman, not the man. There are some things that when it affects the woman, the man may not feel it, but it will only be the problem of the female. That's it. Then this sex education is crucial in promoting sexual health. it's a good thing for a woman to get to decide that okay, today I'm getting married, and by next month, hey, congrats, she don miss her period. That's the joy of marriage. But there are some that in the past probably they have misused themselves. The 6 months, the 10 months, a year, they may not get pregnancy. Everything no be natural. In that spiritual, this handwork is the one that they cause for themselves. So therefore, I will employ.
Sir, I have a question. What is the difference between sex? Is there any difference between sex and sexual intercourse? Because our youth today, they believe that so far if they can just abstain from putting their own male organ into the female organ, they are safe. They can do all other things.
That is sex education. So I've told you the type of sex that we have. We have sex that differentiates man from the female. And we have the other sex that brings about population, that brings about sex. And without intercourse, there cannot be pregnancy.
So the main something is the intercourse.
Is the intercourse. When the male and the female, when they meet. So that is what we are talking about. How to prevent it, how to go about it. Then those that have some challenges. These are what do I mean by these challenges in sex education is that there are some religion, there are some churches. That is why I mentioned in the initial stage that the churches said themselves, or the mosque, they should take part in sex education. Because some people or some religion, they believe that, okay, one thing so church you want you can make a map on that you it shouldn't be so. They understand. And the parents, there are some parents too. I watched one film the other time. The lady, the woman was trying to dress up. She has only 2 females. And one, the firstborn, wanted to enter. He said, don't come in, yo. Don't come in. If your female child cannot come and meet you as a woman, how do you want to train her? How do you want to train her? So we should expose them to some things. Especially, for instance, this is my breast. If you want to wash your breast, this is how to wash it too. This is my private part. If you want to do it, this is how to wash it too. But don't allow boy to sit on your lap. Don't allow female boy, your friend in the school, to sit on your lap or to touch your breast. These are the things that the female woman or the mother are supposed to be teaching their daughters.
That means
you understand? They should not feel shy. That okay, if I tell my daughter this thing, what will she be thinking about me? No.
So that means even to enhance this sex education, there should be a mutual communication, a closeness.
Yes.
Yeah, especially between the mother and the female child.
And even the father and the male child.
The father and the male child.
Because Yorùbá, wọ́n máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa, wọ́n á ní obìnrin ló mọ obìnrin tọ́jú. And it's possible. It's not possible for me as a man to be dressing inside. And said, okay, my female child should come to me. But definitely, if the mother is dressing, she's allowed to go to her.
Yes, because they are of the same gender.
That's the gender. So, if I as a man is dressing and my male child wanted to come in, I will ask him to come. Come and see me. Come and see we are of the same nature. Sorry, maybe you will not enter this one. There is one Yoruba saying, Omoto Baba, Eni Orokon. You know everything Baba, no?
All right, thank you so much, sir. In fact, I've learned and I see that this is what everyone outside there ought to hear. And I believe that people that are hearing us now, they've learned one or two things from what our daddy, Pastor Dr. Opeyemi is saying. Now, my next question now is, some people believe that there is some certain age that mandatorily a female child, especially a female child, that mandatorily they should have sexual intercourse because of their health. I don't know. So it is nuanced abroad that, for example, if they ask a lady and they say that how old are you? I am 28 and 30, and they believe that they cannot be virgin at that time. That if they are virgin, if they are still virgin at that time, that there is an implication to it. Now, how true is this statement, sir?
Thank you very much. To this your question, there is no mandatory age that until when you reach this something. It depends on how you control yourself.
Self-control.
Self-control. Personally, I know of a lady that is 32 years now, 32 years of age, and she's still virgin. It has no any implication. The only implication is that by the time she will start, it may give her one or two pains. That the one of 12 years, 15 years has been enjoying, she may not be enjoying it by then. Say you understand? Until when she will adjust. Say you understand? So there is no any start. Even those people like that, though they are menopause, their menopause may quickly come. So you understand? But they will enjoy their life because they have not misused themselves. People believe that those that have started having sex at least from age 12, 15, they always quickly grow older than like those people that at the age of 20, 25, they started doing this thing. So you understand? So they call it misuse. So a 12 years old girl that has started chopping
12 years.
They are very common.
I mean, 12 years.
So, many things are happening this time around anyway. So, but it depends on how the parents handle the case, handle the family. That's why I said at the initial stage that the first school of thought is the parents.
All right, thank you, sir. So, I have two more questions before we round up for the section. One of the two questions is, you made mention of abortion, sir. Now, for example, there is someone that has made this mistake already, and the person had an unwanted pregnancy. Now, what is the best advice that we can give this person? Do unwanted pregnancy automatically stop a person's career? Like you advised us the other time that we should have abstained from this thing when it is not the right time for us. So now let's now assume that somebody that has not been hearing us before has went ahead and made this mistake, and pregnancy has come. Now, what should that person do?
Now, what happens with that unwanted pregnancy is that, one, it may stop the future career, and peradventure it may not affect. So you understand?
That is depending on how the person handle the situations.
One, the Yoruba or the world, they believe that the greatest certificate for a woman is children. The greatest certificate for woman. No matter if you are a professor, you are the head of that something, and at the end you are unable to get an issue. What is your career? What is your career? What is the benefit of your career? But if you are lucky and you are able to escape it, it's 50-50. You may escape it and you may not escape it. There are those that always boast that, okay, because in Catholic say, go and terminate it, something of that nature. No, which is very wrong. And even the Bible is completely against it.
That is, Bible is against abortion.
Abortion is against it because it's God's work, and you don't need. He said in one fast, the work of God of pie. The moment there is pregnancy, starting from 2 months, 3 months, it's already an woman. The moment you terminate it, go to Panamania, you will have a case to answer before God. So you understand. So, and apart from this, career or no career, there are some women today that the majority of the problem they are carrying about is through abortion. That's why I made mention the other time that there is something they call STD or STI, sexual transmitted disease or sexual transmitted infections. So, which may not be cured for life. There are some that, luckily enough, if you quickly detect it, it may be cured. And there are some that, if that one cup of your tea, it may not be cured.
Alright, thank you, sir.
And this abortion, to buttress it, is determination or the removal of unwanted pregnancy. But before this unwanted pregnancy comes, why don't we do what they call prevention? Because Oyibo people, they say prevention is better than cure. There are some of our youths this time around, I'm a family planner, that they will go to clinics that doesn't know much about family planning, and they will go and do wrong family planning, still to prevent an unwanted pregnancy, still because they did wrong planning, it may still affect them in the future. Like my friend said, I do educate people that, like the injections, we have 2 types of injections for family planning. I don't encourage people to take it. We have 3 months, we have 2 months. Because these injections, the moment they enter the bloodstream, to get out is always a problem. If it will work upside down for another person. There are some that when they take it, it works well. But what is the measurement? What is the parameter to detect that, okay, this injection will work for this person very well? Do you understand? So, but it's better, the best prevention is control yourself.
From having sex.
If you say, let me go and take drugs, the drugs may fail you. The drugs may fail you, I'm telling you. Because one Yoruba and Igbo people, they say too much of everything. It's bad. It's bad. It's very bad.
Yeah.
So try to have, youths, try to have self-control. Control yourself for a while. If you are married and you are settled and are Google, you can lock yourself up and do whatever you want to do at any time. Say you understand. But by the time, let me, because they want to give me 1 pounder or 1 month today, let me go there. The result, when it comes, 5 minutes enjoyment, it may lead to everlasting sorrow. May God help us.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. Now we head to the last question. Now the last question is, what age should a parent or should an educator start introducing sexual education to a child?
The moment a child reach at least from 10 years and above.
From 10 years old.
Because Yoruba, they said, kékeré láti mọ̀ ń pẹ́ kan lóko.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Tó bá ti dàgbà tán, a kò ní fẹ́ ká mọ́. And these our children is whatever you tell them today, they may not forget again.
Alright.
But if they grow older before you started, before you start telling them, you may not yield again.
It may be too late.
It may be too late. But if you start from the grassroots, don't do this so, don't do this so, they will yield to you. The daughter of this my staff, this is one of my staff. She loved me so much. The girl loved me. So if I said, Glory, don't do this thing, you will never see her do it. And she's just a year plus. A year plus. If I said, Glory, say yes, she will say yes. But adults, if I tell them, these adult people, don't do this thing, tomorrow they will repeat it.
They will do it again.
Do you understand? So that's why Yoruba said, kékeré nàtínú pé kan lóko tó bá dàgbà tán apá ò ní fẹ́ ká mọ̀ wọ́n á ti gún yín wọ́n á ti yọ yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀
So we need to start as early as possible, both male and female. Let us be telling them, don't do this thing, don't do this thing. Especially if you are blessed with male and female, always tell them, don't do this thing with your sister, don't do this thing with your brother. From home. So from here, you know that if we get to school, as my mother told me that I should not sit on my brother's lap, can I go and sit on another person's lap? No, I will not. Do you understand? So that's just right from the 10 age. Right from 10 age, 10 years and above, be telling them, be teaching them. If you want to toilet, if you want to wee, don't let boys be looking at you. Go to private place. Then maybe you want to bath or you want to do anything in school. Don't undress yourself in the presence of boys. Or you guys, be very careful. Don't undress yourself in the presence of a female. From here.
Then when they sit down, some of those children, they don't have to sit down. They will just, the female ones, they will sit down and open their skirt. So thank you so much. Once again, my name is Moses. Please, can we know your name?
You are welcome. I'm Pastor Dr. Okweyemi, the proprietor of Okweyemi Medical Clinic at Ore. You are welcome.